There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors.
Hello everyone, this is Paul. Welcome back to my channel, the Cavalier. Today will be kind of like a new, kind of like a series. Let's just say a playlist, a new playlist where it kind of showcases the new DLCs that might come out or that have come out. You know, what changes did they bring to the channel? What changes did they bring to the playthrough? What changes did they bring to the game as a whole and stuff like that. So this is one of my favorite games. I would have told you guys like 1,000 times in my streams, in my YouTube videos. Darkest Dungeon is one of my favorite games, hands down. And I made a video about like top 10 games to try during the summer sale. And if you guys haven't tried that out, if you guys didn't buy this game, it was actually available on Halloween sale. If you haven't gotten that, no problem. Winter sale is always there to save us from everyone, so just wait for that. And when winter sale comes around, just make sure you get this game with all the DLCs, because it's one hell of a ride. It's awesome, just saying, it's awesome. And that's the first thing I wanted to say. And the second thing is, thanks for the developers actually at Red Hook to give me a key to try out the DLC. Actually, I was about to buy the game. If you guys won't believe it, I was like this close to buying the game. I was like, it was at like 4 in the morning. I just played Mass Effect Andromeda. I recorded it. I was rendering it, and just like, okay, you know what, I've asked them a key like 3 days ago, and they didn't give me a reply. So I was like, okay, apparently this is not going to happen, so let's just get the DLC ourselves and try it out. But then no, a community manager from the studios came through, and then he gave me a key, said happy hunting, and I played 3 hours of that, and I had a good hunting. Thank you. You just made my day better yesterday. Thank you for that. So today I played that game again for 3 hours, and I was like looking for the different things that have been added to the game. So it's like, what are the things that they could have done, to make the game a little better? Just like the quality of life thing, from new mechanisms, new enemies, and a new hero. So these are the things that you would have expected from like a Crimson Code DLC, where it was an entire dungeon, new enemies, new disease, permanent disease, new mini boss, just like new bosses in the dungeon, crazy amount of things, right? But this is not that. Just scale that down to like 3 or 4, and you'll get this DLC. But it's a good DLC. Now, the Shield Breaker, she looks amazing, right? Just don't get me wrong, she's amazing. And that's actually my scat part of things, because Darkest Dungeon, just forget about the Flagellant, okay? And he was also kind of like a character from the Crimson Gold DLC. Just forget about these two as a DLC characters. Just remember about the heroes that were there, original version. They were amazing. Uniqueness. They are just really good. Let me just say that out loud. They are good, okay? Not about like my favorite is a Helion, and everyone has their own favorite hero in the game. They can talk 20 minutes or just 15 minutes just about them. That's saying something. You can't just do that. You can't say, oh, just talk about the Helion class. Oh, I will. And if I start, I'll finish it up probably in a 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So that's how good they are. And if you can create characters like that, kudos to you. You have done a good job. And with the Flagellant, I think they did a good job as well. He had a unique version of things. He can bleed people. He can take the bleeds. He can heal people when he's attacked. He can only get like one, affliction. It's a crazy character. He can only relieve his stress, in a one way or another. He was good. All right, he's good. And this time around, I was looking forward to the character again. This was a kind of DLC. Like, the selling point of this DLC is just that a hero is arrived. Okay, she is from the desert area. She has the skills of a viper, and she's good, right? Shield Breaker. The name is sexy, and she has the shield herself. She's just amazing. And I'll talk about her in just details, in the later stages of the video. But now I want to talk about the quality of life improvement, like the curio tracker. Like when you go throughout the game, and there's like a curio coming out, and you can select, okay, this, like for example the bowl where you can put like a holy water in it, it will give you like certain things. And then there's like a penance stance where you can put an holy water which will reduce your stress, where you confess and stuff like that. So there are certain things that you know already. When you played the game for like 50 or 60 odd hours, you will know what is what. Okay, I've played through this game, like I have like 4 playthroughs of this game. If you don't believe me, I have 1 for my personal playthrough, 2 for my YouTube playthrough, 3 for my Twitch playthrough, and 4 is for my modded playthrough. So I have 4 playthroughs right now, and I was actually planning to play the 5th one. So don't get me wrong, I know this game inside and out to a certain level. I'm not an expert, I'm saying, but I know certain things. And so it was actually good for me to know like certain things I don't know still yet. I just certain things like I've seen playthroughs of certain YouTubers, and they would just give up on that. They will be like, don't even touch that. And that happened to me. Like I touched that, I got a huge amount of stress. Like, you know what, let's not mess with it. But this time around it's like fun to try. This is like a curio checker. This will give you hint. So if it's like a positive experience, it will say something. If you are a negative experience, it will say something. So it will just make you remember what you did the last time around. Give it time. It's like you will get used to this as well. And this is always default on. So all you gotta do is just change it to the normal gameplay function. If you kind of like want the surprises, year after, that's actually cool. That's just the quality of thing. And the next is like a mechanisms in the game. So there's like 2 mechanisms in the game. One is for yourself and one is for them, which is like the stealth one. I mean, let me tell you, stealth is absolutely wonderful. I don't know, I really didn't know if that's like there was going to be like, I don't know how they were going to add stealth to this game. To be honest with you, I just didn't have it in my idea. Okay, it's just I never speculated about it. I was like, oh, maybe they could have done, maybe they could do this for the DLC, maybe they could do that for a DLC. I just didn't think, but bam, surprise here, because there's already RNG in the game to a heavy level, and you getting surprised or the enemy getting surprised is always there. So I thought it was not going to be a case here, but it is. So stealth is probably like, as you can see over my voice right now, the playthrough will be going on where I played, and stealth will be a surprise to you, just like that character is in stealth. You can see them, but you can't attack them directly because you don't see them. The characters in the place can't see them. So what you can do is either you can attack them reveal them, or wait for them to be revealed, or attack them with an area effect. The first time around I didn't do that. I was a moron, so just forgive me for that. So first time I didn't do that, but second time I did, and it didn't reveal him, but it kind of like attacked him. Alright, so the area effects is where your friend, and the shield breaker is really good at it because she has an ability which will just spot them outright, which will say, oh my god, I'm gonna de-stealth him. And she has a kind of like a power for that, which is actually good power. You can attack with it even though if they are not in stealth. It will be a damage move, but you can use that to reveal them. And it's not just her. I thought it was going to be just unique for her, but apparently, obviously, if you don't have the DLC, it will be impossible to do it. But they have certain other kind of like characters that has them, like the Highwayman, which is really amazing, Arbalest as it, and like the Antiquarian really has it. Now the Occultist has it, and Leper has it. The Leper one is actually my favorite, Intimidate, and they can de-stealth him as well. So that's the things that I'm talking about. It's actually really amazing. And there are some enemies that gets this power, but it will be actually a really good surprise, just seeing them. Oh my god, he's in stealth. Okay, let me think what I can do. And the next thing is Aegis Shield. Now this is kind of like a armor thing. It was like a block there in like a Crimson Coat thing, where a mini boss fight that you will have in the first time around, the crocodile thing, and he will have like a bar thing. I don't know if it like implied anything with that bar, but this time around you will get that same bar here, and that will prevent you from direct physical damage for about 2 or 3 turns. Now I have not gone in the like heavy thing, but the first time around I had the shield breaker and she had the Aegis shield up, and I just used it, and she got like 2 turns immunity, of 2 damage immunity I should say. Like if the enemies attacked her 2 times around, it's gonna save her ass. It doesn't matter if it's a powerful move or it's like just a common area of attack move, it doesn't matter, she's gonna survive that. That's because she's not fast. I mean, she's not crazy fast like the grave robber. Why am I comparing it to a grave robber? While she's like a grave robber, moving throughout the four positions, she can fit anywhere, she can attack from anywhere. She's just crazy. She can just go forward, she can go backwards, she can do everything pretty much. I just did that, in the playthrough, as you can see over my head. I just did that. I just had fun with her. It was like, you know what? Let me just try this. I want to try that. I want to try this. You go front, you go back, and stuff like that. So she has a move where it pushes her forward one position with her normal one single attack. It's not that powerful, but it is fine. And then she has an area effect which pulls her backward, and it can hit 3 enemies. That's not crazy or anything, but it's like breakthrough from Helion. It won't move the Helion, but it will move the shield breaker to backwards. And she has some sort of like crazy thing where Aegis shield things powers her up. She needs to move forward for the Aegis shield. She will do that. And then there's obviously the de-stealth attack, which will move her again. So there's like crazy amount of things. Again, I have not unlocked every one of a single pass, and I can tell this much about the character. What if I unlocked her character and did all those things? The camping skills is not crazy or whatever. It just buffs her, buffs the party, and then normally the encourage stuff is there, so that's not crazy as well. And how do you get her, and is it easy to play? Well, if you just have a playthrough like mine, I was in week 69 in my game. All I had to do is just click on the thing, enable this DLC. That's it. All I had to do is that, and I did a mission. And I came out and I saw her in my stagecoach, and I had like level 2 heroes coming through in my stagecoach, but that's like random things. But she was level 0. I was like, just getting her. I was just gonna wait for the game to give me a hero, kind of like a movement thing. I don't want to waste two heroes, slots. So I waited and I finished another mission, and then she was there. It gave me like this is the new hero from the desert sands. She's great at this and that, so you can use her. And then I took her in my party, and then I went hunting. She's really good. So that's not all the cases of the DLC, right? So this is not just all of it. There is more. I can say this. Not more, but just a new enemy type. Snakes. Well, I have not encountered them, so I can't talk more about them because they are kind of like a mini boss. They are not like your typical, for example, the mini boss that you'll always have. Put the torch up, it will take you to an anti-world. You can fight him there. No, it's not like that. It's just like when you have a shield breaker in your party and you go to a medium or long dungeons and you take camping. They might appear. It's not like 100%. It's not like an ambush or stuff, but they can appear during those times. Again, it's not 100%. They might appear. And it's not like when you have nighttime ambush, they won't attack. They will attack you even when nighttime ambush is on. So they are strong. That's what I heard. They are strong, but they are kind of like mini boss. So they will leave you with a kind of like better loot than the normal guys would. So that's something. But it's not like implemented 100%. It's just not like you're gonna get this, get that. This happened when like Crimson Court was going on, like Crimson Court DLC was on. You can't just directly kind of like obtain stuff. You need to have an invitation to go in, and to get that invitation is random, so you need to keep on playing the game. So it's the same here. Short dungeon. I played it in a short dungeon with the shield breaker because she was level 0, obviously, but that's not going to give you anything. But when you go to like a medium dungeon or a long dungeon, you can actually kind of like see the enemies there when you camp, and that's going to be great. That's kind of like the things that are there, and there's like a lot of other bugs, fixes and stuff like that. Obviously, like right now you can see the leper in my party. Whenever he goes in battle, is a little bit glitched out. That's all I'm going to say, a little bit glitched out. But obviously with the patch, there's like constant updates to the game because I'm monitoring the Steam thing. I'm pretty much active on Steam 24/7, so I know all the updates that are going into my game, literally. Even though they are auto updated, I know literally everything that is going on. So they're like Darkest Dungeon is getting a lot of updates. For the DLC guys, for the non-DLC guys, it doesn't matter. So they are working on it. So you have to just be calm if your game is having any troubles. and the developers will fix it because I trust in them. I love them for creating this game. Just it's so amazing they're still working on the game because it's a 1-year-old game, and there's like Steam Workshop is there. So I thought they would have moved on to another game. They would have gone to creating other games, but they're still working on DLCs. They are still making great content for the game. So I should say kudos to them and thank you for letting me kind of like take a look at the DLC. And right now, what it means to us in the playthrough that we are playing, well, there's like 2 playthroughs that is really important. One is the YouTube one, which I think I'll upload on Tuesday because this is kind of like a new content for the game and I just wanted to try out. Probably I'll get that we'll get that hero when we finish a mission, and then we can like introduce into a party, and then I'll talk about it again on Tuesday, just a little bit, not entirely what about the DLCs and stuff like that. Don't worry, I just talk about the hero while we are there. But I'll also play through on my Twitch live stream where you can come out and hang with me and we can talk about the DLC in detail. And there's like mods stuff are there. I don't know if I'll enable these kind of like DLCs for the mods because they are not like they don't go well with each other. Like the Pitch Black dungeon I'm doing, it's not it doesn't have like Crimson Code DLC activated, or you can't activate it for that stuff like that. But there's like 2 playthroughs for the normal one and 2 playthroughs for the mods, crazy ones. And to be honest with you, I'm happy with both of them. I mean, just imagine, alright, just imagine $20 game in US, I think, if I'm not wrong. A $20 game is giving you this much content. I played this game 60 hours and I have not gotten bored, not by a long shot, not ever. So just awesome. And thank you for this DLC again. Just go and get the game, play the game, enjoy the game. It's absolutely wonderful. And I just have to explore even more. I've just scratched the surface, and I was too excited to make this video, so I made this video. And when there are changes, you're gonna see them because obviously I'm gonna play through the game. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Share the video with friends and family. Subscribe to the channel for Ignitis Gaming, and just let me know in the comments down below on what you think about this DLC. Have you gotten this DLC, or are you not gonna get this DLC? What do you think about the shield breaker? What do you think about the new enemies? What do you think about the stealth mechanisms? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. And what do you think about the game itself? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And the question of the day will be like, what is your favorite character, favorite hero from this game? Mine is Helion. Hands down, she's my fucking favorite. I love her to the core. No one can fucking beat her. She is amazing. Helion, baby. She's a Helion. So whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.